Just because life feels like a race doesn't mean you're required to compete. The moment you recognize your own value, you stop chasing validation from people who can't see it. Sometimes what you want doesn't arrive because life is preparing something better. Learn how to let people go peacefully, not angry, not bitter, just finished. Often your heart lags behind what your mind already understands. Life becomes lighter when you realize your worth is not decided by a group vote. The past cannot be rewritten or erased. It can only be acknowledged and accepted. Be a good person, but don't exhaust yourself trying to prove it. Healing can feel scary because pain is sometimes the last connection to what we lost. Sharing your feelings should lead to understanding, not conflict. Many people remember an old version of you that no longer exists. Avoidance carries more weight than failure ever will. Don't allow yesterday's sadness or tomorrow's fears to steal today's joy. Remaining kind after hardship is a quiet form of strength. Never abandon that kindness. Holding on too tightly can cause more damage than letting go. Release the fantasy that things could have turned out differently. It blocks the present moment. What you desire already exists. Alignment is what brings it closer. The energy you give to the world always finds its way back. Never feel ashamed of your emotions or desires. This life doesn't offer replays. You deserve consistency, not someone who leaves and returns. Some people excuse their behavior because everyone around them does the same. Nothing disappears until it teaches its lesson. Sometimes wanting to disappear is really a desire to be seen. One day you'll look around and realize life gave you more than you ever asked for. Nothing seems to change day by day, yet everything shifts when you look back. Those who truly care hear you even when you're silent. Peace grows when you stop trying to understand everything and start experiencing life. Somewhere, a stranger still remembers your kindness. Strength is built when you rise at moments you are expected to fall. Either face the problem or walk away from it. Don't live trapped inside it. Stop giving more to people who give you less. Turning the page is painful when someone doesn't follow into the next chapter, but the story continues. Treasure moments before they become memories. You can't control every event, but you can choose not to be diminished by them. Be kind to others. It's their first time here too. But remember, it's yours as well. How people treat you often reflects how they feel about themselves. If you keep carrying old habits, you'll rebuild the same life. Don't trade your home for a temporary escape. You belong with those who see your scars and stay anyway. Sometimes the hardest place to be is inside your own thoughts. Stay close to people who remind you who you are. You don't need perfection. You only need progress. Missing someone doesn't mean they deserve access to your life again. Live as if you've learned from your first attempt. Healing isn't about returning to who you were. It's about becoming stronger than before. When the road shakes, you don't abandon the journey. You protect yourself and keep going. Respect your boundaries enough to stop arguing with people who refuse to understand you. You are not behind or ahead. You are exactly where growth is happening. Grace under pressure doesn't mean the weight isn't heavy. Focus on nurturing your own life instead of comparing it to others. Sometimes peace comes from walking away without closure. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't let it ruin 5 minutes. The past is a lesson, not a prison. regret can't change it, and worry can't shape tomorrow. Transformation only happens in the present. You still have time to become who you want to be. Trying to change others only drains you. Demand from yourself the respect you expect from the world. Trust must be earned, not handed out freely. It's never too late to remove people who no longer align. Every mistake is proof you're still learning. Don't overextend yourself. Availability reduces value. A little turbulence doesn't mean the journey is over. Happiness isn't constant, and that's okay. You don't need universal approval to live well. Even the right choices can fall apart. Resilience is what follows. Keep moving forward. Worry charges interest on problems you may never have. Stop explaining yourself to people who listen only from their own limits. Time invested in mistakes doesn't make them worth keeping. No matter how good you are, you'll be misunderstood by someone. Growth requires challenges. Ignore criticism from voices you wouldn't seek guidance from. Eventually, you realize no one controls your life unless you allow it. Speak with intention. Act in ways you won't regret later. Train your mind to notice the good without denying reality. Integrity matters more than approval. Doing what's right for you will upset some people. Accept it. There's a difference between caring and correcting. Life unfolds whether you're ready or not. Let go of what you cling to, and you'll feel lighter. You can't please everyone, and you shouldn't try. Master your actions, not your emotions. Follow your conscience, even when it's uncomfortable. A full life isn't about length. It's about presence.